Friends, uh, I'm starting the plant physiology new unit. So, in that, for degree students or master students, the first topic will be plant water relationship. So, let's start with that topic and try to understand what are the concepts here we can see. Okay, what are the concepts we can learn from this chapter. So, firstly, to start with, why water is essential for the plants, how it is available in the soil. Can you just think for a moment and recall why water is essential for plants? So water is essential for plants because it is mainly it mainly promotes plant growth, and it also helps in all the metabolic and physiological processes of the plant. So it is very important for any living organisms. So how it is available for the plants means it is available for the plants in the form of capillary water. Then water goes these two, hydroscopic and gravitational water. Hydroscopic water is the one when as soon as the rainfall falls onto the ground, what happens is that the soil particles tightly adhere to that water, and that is called as hydroscopic water. Okay, so the capillary water is the water with, like, after this the water which usually surrounds the soil particle, that is called as capillary water, and this water only the plants is used for its um, growth and other metabolic processes. Okay, here you can see there are large pores. Why? Because the cells are very loosely arranged. Whereas this water here, the water is tightly adhered to the soil particles, so that it cannot be utilized by the plants. Okay, so what is gravitational water? What happens is that after rainfall, water is directly falling to the water when it reaches to the soil. What happens is that it moves down the gravity, and it is accumulated in the groundwater. Okay, and this water cannot be used by the plant. So, what is water potential? This is very important concept that you have to. It is very basic, and you have to remember uh, for an exam. Okay, and also to understand plant physiology chapter. So, what is water potential? It is the measure of the potential energy of the water. Okay, the energy which is possessed by the water molecules, that is called as the water potential. As and it is also uh, can be defined as a movement of the water from one cell to the another, as it provides the direction of the movement of the water molecules uh, from one cell to the another cell. It can also be referred to as the water potential. Okay, so how it can be also said that there is the difference between the potential of sample water and the pure water. It's sample water minus pure water. That difference is called as that difference can also be counted as the water potential. So this is the formula for the water potential. Water potential is equal to solute potential plus pressure potential and gravity. So gravity is not countable for the formula. So you just remember these two terminologies: solute potential and pressure potential. Okay, this symbol is called as a psi. How water potential is measured? It is measured in the Pascal unit, and 1 megapascal is equals to 10 bars, and 1 bar is equals to 0.987. I hope it is very clear. So if you have not understood this topic, means it is you cannot able to solve the questions. So try to understand. It is the free energy of the water molecules, uh, and also it can movement of the water molecules from one side to the another side, and the ability of the potential energy of the water, that is called as the water potential. Okay. So let us understand with this picture. For any for any pure water, the water potential is 0. Okay. And if you keep on increasing the water, then it will be the positive, the water potential is higher. So if you keep on adding the solute to the water, what happens is that there will be the less concentration of the water, so it will be in the negative value. Okay, so from here you can see this is a negative value, and here if you see this is a positive value. So less pure water or water after addition of more solute. So when you observe the negative value, if you keep on adding solute, what is solute? Substance, any solid substance which you mix with the water. For example, sucrose, that can be considered as a solute. Okay, and so if you keep on adding the solute, then the water potential will be negative. So if you increase the water concentration, then water potential will be positive. So and also remember, when it will be 0 at any at atmospheric pressure, there is no at atmospheric pressure, at normal atmospheric pressure, always remember, for water potential for pure water is always 0. Okay. So what is the significance of this? So it is an important force which determines the water status in a plant cell or a organism. So how much amount of water is present in a plant cell or organ, it can easily determine. So, and it is a osmotic movement of water into and out of the system, uh, which is due to the water potential. Yeah, I'll explain this. What is osmotic? What is osmosis process? Just for the time being, remember that, as I already mentioned, if the water molecules are moving from in and out of the cell, then it is called as a. Then it can also be due to the fact that it has a water potential. It is due to the water potential. The cells suffering from the water deficit. Water deficit means the cells which doesn't have this water, or when they are suffering from less water, then what happens is that are therefore able to avoid injury by obtaining water from the other cell. So what happens when one cell is suffering from the low water, then it will derive the water from the other cell. Then there will be the movement of the water between one cell to the another cell. Again, it is due to water potential. The air-dried seeds and spores are able to penetrate and avoid temperature, low and high injury and drought due to very low water potential. What happens is, like we use seeds and spores when they are dry in conditions, they can avoid injury, and they can withstand to the drought due to, and all this is because of the low water potential. If you dry the seeds and spores and you keep it aside, and you can see that if they have the low water potential, then they can avoid the injury which is caused due to the low and high temperature, and also from the drought conditions. What is drought? When the when the water availability is more for the plant. Okay, so if you provide more water, what happens? Again, the plants. There are chances that plants die. Okay, so proper amount of water is very essential, and so if you maintain the low water potential, then seeds and spores can store it for the longer time. Okay, without any injury and also some infection. Plants use water potential to transport water to the leaves so that photosynthesis can take place. Even water potential has a role in the photosynthesis process. as it transports the water from the root system to the leaf. Which without water, you know that photosynthesis does not takes place. Photosynthesis, for the time being, you understand that it is a synthesis of food in the presence of light and chlorophyll. So plants prepare its own food. So it cannot be done without the help of the water, and this water is transported with the help of uh, water potential. Because of this, because the plants use the water potential to transport water across the from the leaves to the from the roots to the leaves, okay, and also to the other parts of the plant. So this you can write it for the if they ask for 5 marks, like give the give an account on importance of water potential, then you can write these points, okay. So that's it, friends, for today's lecture, and I hope you have understood what is water potential and why water is essential to the plants, and this is very important formula that this you should understand, okay. So there will be questions like what happens if the solute concentration is low, and what happens to the water potential. Just remember that, as I already uh, talked about, that if you increase the solute concentration, what happens naturally, the water potential value will be decreased. So if solute potential is less, then obviously the water potential will be very high. Uh, the pressure potential is more, then obviously the water potential is also more. What is pressure potential means? The pressure which is required to hold the water, that is called as the pressure potential here. So if there is a if there is more pressure, then obviously you can see that there is a more water potential, okay. Just so don't confuse with this, because it is very important concept, and based on this they can ask different questions, okay. Based on this simple one topic or one formula, they can ask different uh, multiple choice questions. I've listed some around 10 12 questions for you people. So go through one by one. If you have any doubts, you can ask. So here I have not given any answer for this. So try to solve by yourself. If you find any difficulty, if you don't know any answer, then please comment me in the comment box section. Okay. Let's solve these three questions, because I feel like this is very important for you people to understand. Addition of solute to pure water. I already mentioned, if you keep on adding the solute to the pure water, what happens? It decreases the water potential. So the answer will be decrease the water potential. Solute potential is always, as you have seen here, this is a value for the pure water. Pure water value is always 0, and positive is when the water concentration is very high, and negative when negative it is for the when you keep on adding the solute. If you add more solute to this water, then the water potential will be negative. So here that's what they have asked, but in a different way, that solute potential is always, so remember that it will always be negative. Pressure potential in a fully turgid plant cell is positive. Why? Because there will be more amount of water. Okay. Pressure, when the pressure is increased, when you add more water to the cell, obviously the cell feels some kind of pressure, and the walls of the cell, they feels that pressure, and they become turgid. Okay, the swollen condition or bulge condition is called as a turgid. This I'll be discussing in the coming lectures in detail. So then what happens? The pressure potential will be positive. So pressure potential is always positive. one more important question. In a flaccid plant cell, pressure potential will be zero. Why? Because here in the turgid case, what we have observed, because we are adding more water, the pressure potential will be uh, was positive. Okay, whereas in the flaccid cell, what happens is that the cell loses water. Okay, and this protoplasm starts to move away from the wall. Okay, and the cell condition will be flaccid. That's why here you have to remember that pressure potential for the flaccid plant cell will be zero. It is neither negative or positive, it will be zero. So that's it, friends. I hope you have understood the lecture. If you have liked the video, please don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I request you all to subscribe to my channel and also forward the videos to your friends so that they can also be benefited and they can also learn some concepts and they can clear their doubts. Okay, friends, see you in the next lecture. Take care. Bye bye.